Hey everyone, Mr. Sujano here. In this video we're talking about Zelda and 3DS. Let's get started. Alright, we'll kick things off here talking about Zelda and Nintendo, and it seems that Nintendo is at it again, or still at it. They're up to their usual tricks here and completely going against the community. Most notably here, they've gone after YouTuber Point Crow, who is very well known for issuing a $10,000 bounty, and then some, to have a multiplayer mod created for Breath of the Wild. Once that mod was created, Point Crow had some YouTube videos showcasing it, and they were all taken down. I will drop a link to this video in the description below, and I do recommend checking it out. It's not even 8 minutes long, and it's really clear and concise. The whole situation is extremely interesting and, in my opinion, extremely unfortunate. It started out with a copyright strike, actually 2 copyright strikes against 4 of his videos, and then proceeded to have copyright claims on 24 other of his videos. Now, most certainly there will be some people out there defending Nintendo, saying, you know what, it's Nintendo's intellectual property, they can do what they want with it. In my opinion, that's a pretty weak argument, considering arguably here what Point Crow posted was fair use. And on top of that, it was also arguably within Nintendo's own posted guidelines, which kind of makes Nintendo's legal argument pretty darn weak. The huge problem here, actually the massive problem here, is that even if Point Crow had a strong and sound legal argument and would probably win against Nintendo, it doesn't really matter. They're not taking Nintendo to court. It would more than likely be a multi-million-dollar lawsuit that would drag on forever and cost a lot of money. A lot of money that Nintendo would arguably have and Point Crow would arguably have not. To say this is alarming would be a massive understatement. I mean, it appears that Nintendo can take down videos as they seem fit, whether or not they're gameplay videos, modding videos, or just any videos of Nintendo property that Nintendo doesn't want to see. In my opinion, it's a blatant abuse of the copyright system and even arguably the legal system. So who knows what's going to happen in the future? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. But moving on, and next up we're talking about some arguably bad news as well. Egg&S announced this one today, and it says, good news for iPhone users. Egg 3DS is online for iOS users. Now you can play 3DS games on your iPhone smoothly. I would argue that smoothly has a big star beside it, not a cat. Now, interestingly enough, I talked about this exact situation just a few days ago. I'll drop a link to that video in the description below and even timestamp it for you so you can check it out. In that video, I guessed that Egg&S might be stealing Citra code. I also guessed that they might wait for emu3ds to finish, which is another free and open source 3DS emulator for iOS, and then once that's finished, steal that code instead. I was wrong. They didn't wait for emu3ds to finish, they just took what was there. The Citra team has been really digging into this one, and yes, they can confirm that Egg&S stole source code. They've also been working to reverse engineer the Egg&S app, and they did notice too that Egg&S flat out took code for the Vulkan fork that they're currently working to implement in Citra. And on top of all of that, it appears this Egg&S 3DS emulator will require a $70 controller in order to work. Very similar to how their Switch emulator started out, and no surprise here. In terms of the company, some people have been saying LedJoy and GameSir are the same company, although I don't have solid proof just yet. So basically what's happened here yet again is that this developer has taken free and open source code, hacked it up, and started charging for it in some way, shape, or form to make money off unsuspecting people. In my opinion here, I would just wait for emu3ds. Be patient, because this emulator is going to accomplish the exact same thing, but arguably better, and it's free. And last up here, we'll end off with some positive news, or possibly negative news depending on how you look at it. The very last edition, English edition of The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess manga has officially been published, and now it's available. Volume 11 just released and it's available on Amazon. I'll drop a link in the description below. But anyways, that is all I've got for you in this one. Straight to the point, all stuff and no fluff. We talked about a few things today. Let me know your thoughts about absolutely any of them in the comments below. If you like this video, leave a like. If you didn't like this video, leave a like. Hit that subscribe button, check out my other videos, don't tempt fate, save your state.